Bubbles in space. Bubbles can often be seen during spacewalks. It's not just in 1 or 2 spacewalks, these are only a few examples. These are official spacewalks, not training videos. You can see our planet in the background. Scuba tanks in space.
Okay. Do I have a quick and then a good config free grip? PRQ's in, PGQ's in.
Dave Williams about to move out of the Quest airlock. Those particles that you see emanating from the airlock
Sounds good, thanks.
is said by the EVA officer Paul Baim in Mission Control to be particles of water from the crew's sublimators on their spacesuits.
Good. SCU, there you go. Come up a little bit there. Okay.
The suits are in good shape, according to the spacewalk officers here in Mission Control.
But yeah, if you could make your way. We saw some droplets coming out, and I'm looking at you from camera, Charlie.
Okay.
And I saw them go up towards your feet.
Okay, I don't see anything right now.
Photoshop images of Earth. This is the NASA Blue Marble picture of 2002. According to NASA, this is the most detailed true color image of the entire Earth to date. That's what they said in 2002. And they have been using Photoshop to make it. The Apollo tapes. When researchers requested the Apollo 11 tapes from NASA in 2006, it turned out that NASA lost them. These tapes contain video and telemetry data. They were stored in over 700 boxes. In 2009 NASA found them back, but they also said that they were erased and reused to save money. Galileo Earthspin movie from 1990. This is the first time-lapse ever that shows the Earth spinning, but the clouds are not changing? Isn't that weird? The Challenger disaster. Everyone thinks they are dead, but are they? It's pretty easy to find them, they still use the same names. Curiosity Rover. Do you really think that those pictures from Mars are real? Someone found this in Greenland. Let me add a red filter so it look more like Mars. The Moon Buggy. This is NASA footage at double speed and made stable. Looks pretty much like on Earth, does it not? In sunlight, the temperature on the moon can reach up to 123 degrees Celsius. They probably used very advanced tires. Water in space stations. You would think there are rules on the International Space Station. For example, be careful with water next to electric devices. Their life depends on it.
And I thought I'd show you how I do it. Let's see, to get started, these are the things I need. A bag of warm water, a little no-rinse shampoo, towel, and my comb. What I like to do is start by just putting some hot water, squirting it onto my scalp. And I have a mirror here so I can kind of watch what I'm doing. Sometimes the water gets away from you and you try and catch as much as you can.
Here I am, and I got my water. So first of all, I'd like to show you how water behaves in weightlessness, which is kind of interesting. Of course, it doesn't fall down like it does on Earth, and it kind of tends to stick to your skin because of surface tension. I don't know if you can see it. See, it doesn't really want to move away from your hand, just because of that surface tension effect.
We have power bricks. You see all these things, this blue bricks for power supply.
Just because it's a little bit difficult to control.
Fake moon landings. Humans never went to the moon, and NASA admits it. To go there, you have to go through the Van Allen belt, and they can't do it yet.
We are headed 3,600 miles above Earth, 15 times higher from the planet than the International Space Station. As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous radiation. Radiation like this could harm the guidance systems, onboard computers, or other electronics on Orion. Naturally, we have to pass through this danger zone twice, once up and once back. But Orion has protection. Shielding will be put to the test as the vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation. Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
Astronauts think they can patch holes in the International Space Station.
Any problems? I know a couple of the questions are about what type of things do you have to worry about, and some of the things we have to worry about in space are fire. If we had a fire, if we had a depressurization, like we were hit by a micrometeorite and it made a hole, or if we had some type of toxic atmosphere. We use ammonia for our radiator, so there is a possibility that ammonia could come into the vehicle, and then it would be bad for all of us. If we have any of those problems, we come right here, which we call the central post. It is the main heart of the space station. It was also the first computers that came up here that ran the space station. And so behind this wall right here are these main computers. So we gather here as a group of 3 or 6 and then figure out how we're going to either fight the fire, patch the hole, or solve the toxic spill. Fight the fire, patch the hole, or solve the toxic spill.
And so he is really deserves a huge amount of credit for what for what's happened tonight, and hopefully everybody appreciates his contributions. I know I certainly do. So. Say something profound.
I am terribly humbled by this experience. I, forever, secretly, have felt that I do not deserve to be in the position of leading the team that I lead, because they are certainly in some, and largely by count of individual, more capable than I.
This is what happens when you ask questions about the Mars pictures.
With America's space. Adam, tell us about the landing.
All right, Greg. I can't tell you too much about it. I mean, it looks good. I'm being a little flip. In short, it looked extremely clean. We touched down in conditions that were on the more benign side of our nominal expectation. By the way, I want to preface everything. This is preliminary data scooped with the sieve in the cacophony of the control room during the celebration, right? And largely by my good friend Miguel San Martin, who's somewhere out there, I hope. At any rate, very nominal, remarkably good. Our navigation error was on the low side of our expectation, which meant that we probably had a good alignment between the celestial sensors and the inertial sensors, the IMU. Our powered flight appears to have been excellent. If my good friend Ben Toma is in the house, is Ben in the house? We landed with 140 kilograms of fuel reserves out of a total of 400 kilos that we carried in. And Ben worked quite diligently in stretching the tanks at my insistence, because I was worried we wouldn't have enough fuel. And so I think I owe Ben a little bit of an apology there. So it looked good, in short. Good and clean. And it looks, at least by my eyeball, that we landed in a nice flat spot. Beautiful. Really beautiful.
Shani Jardin from BoingBoing.net, and I'm a stand-in for Miles O'Brien with PBS NewsHour tonight.
You look more attractive than Miles.
I won't tell him that, Adam.
Okay.
I think he heard it.
I have to ask you, what kind of file type, can you tell us about the image file type and compression that was used to send this very important couple of thumbnails back from Mars?
Yes, unfortunately, I absolutely cannot. If Justin Mackey is in the room, or there's a couple other people on the team who'd be able to whip that out quickly, but I couldn't tell you. Sorry.
Okay, we're going next over here.
Leo Enright from Irish Television. The unmanned spaceflight website has coordinates for the landing that go down to something like 5 decimal points. I just wanted to confirm with you that you do have them. Have those sort of coordinates, and am I reading those coordinates correctly when I see that it looks as though you've landed within 500 meters of the skirt around the mountain? That, I mean, you're really very close to the mountain at the closer end in the landing ellipse, and possibly within striking distance of the phyllosilicate trench.
I can't confirm that. My estimate, I'm looking for somebody, yes, There's somebody in the audience here who has that in the tip of their noggin. We should have soon.
I may be imagining this, but the one time during the landing the temperature seemed to drop in the room was when Adam asked for OD 278, and they said, no, we only have 277. What was happening, or was it anything of significance?
No.
Pictures of moons. NASA did this tweet a while ago. Europa or frying pan? One of these is Jupiter's moon Europa. Can you find it? Are they trying to tell us something? Oh, I think I know. Europa is a frying pan in space.
When I was talking with the gentleman from Belcom, and we were discussing the lie, everything he was telling me was different from what we were being told was the truth. And at one point I asked him, I said, man, you guys, you lied about a lot, didn't you? And instantly he said, no, we didn't lie about certain things. We lied about everything. None of it was true. We lied about everything. None of it was true. We lied about everything. None of it was true.
We lied about everything. None of it was true.